souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk about things like love, spirituality, law of attraction, all of that juicy goodness. We are going to do a page pull from a book that I don't use very often. I think I've used it once or twice in my YouTube videos, but it's called Inviting Angels into Your Life. It's all about the archangels, just the premise behind angels in general. So if you're not really sure if you believe in angels, or if you believe that there are these beings with wings in heaven, or it doesn't really matter, as long as you just kind of open up your ears, open up your heart, and just see what sentences hit your heart and make you feel safe and make you feel good. That's usually what your soul is resonating with. So let's pick a random page. Let's see what message we need to hear from our angels. In a pinch, Archangel Michael. While we are working on our energy levels until such time as we feel strong and stand well in our power, why not ask for help? Remember that Archangel Michael is here for all light workers and for all who wish to step into their power in alignment with the highest good. So until such time as you feel strong enough to stand facing all the Mr. Joneses of the world, call on Archangel Michael with his mighty sword to pick up the slack. Michael can bring us power even as we are preparing to step into ourselves. Frequency and amplitude, an energy mix that will stand us in strength as we walk our paths of light. If on your path you find yourself in unfamiliar terrain, let Archangel Michael be your guide and Sherpa. Imagine that you are crossing a forest or a jungle, a place where no one has passed before. Allow Archangel Michael to use his sword like a machete to clear the way before you. As the boss of all light workers, Archangel Michael is eager to help his employees be successful when a need arises, so be sure to let the boss know. Ask for help, keep on moving steadily, and watch how synchronicities appear to resolve any difficulties that may arise. It says, recognizing that light workers often present as hypersensitive is not a luxury, but a necessity to be aware of how your instruments, your body, can work, and even more importantly, to know how to help our instruments and ourselves survive and advance in a rapidly shifting and sometimes caustic environment. Realizing that we have at any time the power to stabilize and strengthen ourselves, avoiding the weakness of our sensitive aspect in favor of transforming it to its potential strength, power, and charisma, is life-changing for many. Easy to remember, frequency and amplitude both are important. Knowing what you need to elevate frequency and power levels and using those tools, the help of the angels when we find ourselves amidst the energy traps of this world, are key to not just surviving, but thriving in a changing world. A world that needs more light workers, resilient enough to be able to mix and mingle in the corners and shine the light in the darkness therein. I just was in a reading the other day, and I often teach in my readings about our auras and how I ask people, do you have a cleansing routine? Are you going home at night? Are you, coming back to your own energy? Are you noticing that you're around people and you're feeling drained afterwards? And I try to teach my clients to not use phrases like, oh, this person drains my energy, or, oh, I gave my energy to them, or anything kind of putting the blame on other people. You're a light worker. Your job is to show up on earth and to walk through life transmuting fear and lower vibration. That is your job as a light worker. You're here to put more light into the world, right? Think about the phrase light worker. You're here to work with light, which means you have to work with darkness. And sometimes we are put in a darkness type of setting, which means you might be in a group of people that have very low vibration and they're full of fear and they're scared and they're complaining and they're negative. Your job is to be in that circle, to put your light into their energy field, to calm them down, to leave them feeling better. And then as a light worker, you have to then go home and transmute the energy that you just worked with. So in a circle of people, you are working with their energy, right? And you're leaving them with good energy. And then you've taken that ball of gunk or whatever you want to call it. And now you have to go drop it off somewhere. And that's why nature is so amazing. And that's why going for long walks is so amazing. Every time I walk for at least an hour sometimes around my complex. And every step I take, I'm imagining I'm taking all of my neighbor's energy and I'm dumping it into Mother Earth. If I'm walking by a window and I hear somebody on a phone call stressed or screaming or yelling at our kids or something, I imagine me taking their sadness, their pain, and I'm like, Archangel Michael, please go into that house right now and please hug that little boy. Or please go wrap your white light around that girl on that stressful work call. I hear so much when I go on my walks. I always have one AirPod in, one AirPod out, because I want to be this loving light worker that's walking around my complex, spreading good light, taking people's negativity and transmuting it and leaving the area that I'm being placed in a better place. And nobody needs to know that I do it. I do it on my own, in my own head. It makes me feel good. I am actually getting energy by doing it, by walking with Mother Earth. And our job is to learn how to work with energy. If you're a light worker and you're here to make a difference in the world, you have to learn how to manipulate energy. And a part of that is cleansing and how to come back to your own light. And lavender water, spraying lavender water all over your auric field is a great way to cleanse from that gunk. Taking a bath, going for walks in nature, sage, Palo Santo. You could swipe, doing a quick swipe. I usually swipe my forehead after readings on Zoom. I just feel like I get penetrated with looking at somebody on Zoom for an hour or so, and I feel like I'm just pulling in their energy for them. And they usually leave feeling amazing, and then I leave with a heaviness on my head. So I have to quickly cleanse that when I get off Zoom. Sometimes it's jumping up and down and shaking it out, or dancing in my living room after a reading. A lot of times I'll open my front door, I'll open my back door, and I let the cross breeze come in. There's so many ways to work with energy, but the key is, how can you get yourself to the lightest feeling possible? That's when you know you've transmuted the energy, is when you feel good in your body after you just didn't feel good. And my job is to help you understand this and to help you navigate and give you the tools on how to constantly be transmuting all throughout the day. You know, you run into somebody at Target who's having a rough day and you end up talking to them for 5 minutes and then you feel a little weird after talking to them. Most people like, oh, I picked up that person's energy and I just don't feel good. And it stops there. They don't do anything about it. It's not that other person's energy. If you're feeling it, it's now your energy and you have to learn what to do with it. And Archangel Michael is a great source of somebody who, oh, my leg's asleep, of somebody who you can call on to help you cut that cord from that negative energy, to help you transmute it, to help you just kind of move through any tough thought patterns that you're having. Because sometimes we can pick up other people's fear, especially if you're intimate with somebody. If you are exchanging energy on a sexual level with somebody, you are now picking up their trauma, their wounds, their fears. You might start thinking like them. You might start knowing where they are. You might start knowing if they're intimate with somebody else. You'll start to just have visions. It's almost like you're living through their body. It's very strange. You just know things, and we're intuitive beings. And it doesn't mean that they're your soulmate if you're experiencing that. It just means that you're an intuitive, and you have to learn how to cut that cord off so you don't have to experience that anymore. Because you don't always want to be tied to those people, especially if it doesn't work out. You want to be able to detach. And a lot of times, whatever you're feeling, they're feeling it too. So learning a cleansing routine, calling on Archangel Michael, being a light worker, and not running from the darkness. If you're a light worker, you want to be in environments that are tough to be in because you want to build energetic resilience. Energetic resilience is knowing that you can transmute energy wherever you go. I know the last job that I was at, it was a school, and it was a tough school. Like there was a lot of fighting and a lot of discipline issues. And I know that God placed me in that school to leave a mark, to somehow transmute the energy there. And I did. I believe I did. I believe that I opened kids up to meditation. I opened them up to kindness. I opened them up to not settling for poor treatment from a teacher or from a parent or from a classmate. I helped them speak their truth. I helped them calm their nervous system down. I gave them the tools. But I know that like just me being in that school for less than like 2 years, I made a difference. I left a mark. And light workers are meant to do that. But guess what? The whole time I was at that school, it wasn't always easy. There were hard days. And on those hard days, I would think, why am I here? Why am I choosing this? Why didn't I choose better for myself? And it was because my soul chose to show me that lesson of energetic resilience. I was learning how to be strong in a hard, tough, tumultuous environment. Okay, so you might be at a job or in a home space or in an area where there's a lot of negative energy. You might be there to learn energetic resilience, and you have to learn how to cleanse. You have to learn that your light can influence and be that pebble in the pond, where you have the ripple effect, where you start to see people around you start to talk about the universe. They start to pray, they start to believe in signs, and you're the one that opens them up to it. And if you start to go to your job, or you start to be in these environments where you're just like, I'm going to imagine my coworkers coming back to me and saying, good things. I'm going to imagine my family all of a sudden wanting to be interested in what I'm doing. And you start to see that your thoughts are creating your reality, and you're now seeing the change in other people, and you manifested it. You co-created it. That's what your light is capable of. So use your light for good. Do not run from the darkness. Suit up, call on Archangel Michael to protect you. Come home, cleanse every single day. Don't you dare sit on your couch or jump into your bed if you have not cleansed your auric field when you're coming home, because that means you're going to bed with every single person that you just came in contact with. You're going to bed with their fears, with their traumas, with their wounding, with their obsessive thought patterns. So cleanse yourself before you touch people that you love or your home environment. Okay, I hope this helps you all. Comment below, hit that like button. Let me know if you like these types of messages. I'll keep pulling pages and keep talking about energetic resilience and how to work as a light worker. It is so important, and we need you guys now more than ever. All right, lovies, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sending you so much love. Peace out.